We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The program presented are submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Good afternoon. We are having a wonderful day here at KNLY 91.1 The Boss on today's Entrepreneur. I'm your host, Orlando Daniels, and I'm always excited about every guest that God allows us to align ourselves with. And today I have the pleasure of having Aricela. Am I saying it right now?
Aricela.
Aricela Shaw.
Yes.
I've been saying Aricela Shaw since I've met her, and I've known her for quite some time now, and I am just now learning how to pronounce her name correctly. But she is actually the owner as it relates to being franchisee, correct? Is it a franchise? How's it set up? I want you to share it with them.
It's a direct sale company.
Direct sale company for Green Compass CBD. So I want to jump right in because I know a lot of people have a lot of questions in reference to CBD. It has become the phenomenon that people are getting involved in. I had the pleasure of being with you on this Saturday at an actual meeting and networking and learning a little bit more of how people are, the difference between tracking it and knowing, the good product versus the bad. So I want you to share a little bit more about Green Compass and how you got involved, and let's talk about it.
Okay. Well, I got involved with Green Compass after looking for a solution myself, trying different CBDs out there. A friend of mine here in the area introduced me to it. Now, before I jump in how she introduced me to it, let me just say Green Compass comes from North Carolina. It's a USDA organic certified CBD. It comes from a 6th generation of farmers. And the most important thing is that we do have a QR code where people can scan and know that what's in the bottle is what's on the label.
Okay.
And there's a lot of stuff right now that comes from, about 80% comes from China. And that's where people, I think, are making the mistake of going either to Amazon or over the counter to purchase the CBD oil just because it may be cheaper, a lot cheaper. But what they're really getting is, like I said, it could be something from overseas, or it could be something from a different farm where they don't really know where it's being farmed, if the soil is good. So that's a little bit about CBD. As far as how I got started, like I said, my friend, she told me that her husband, who had knee surgery, who's also a professional golfer, got some really great results. And then I believe it was either her father-in-law that's a neurosurgeon. He also got results. So from that point on, I thought, well, why not give it a try? I've tried everything else. And I would say within a week's time, I was sleeping through the night. So my sciatic nerve was no issue. My back wasn't bothering me as much. My whole left side wasn't going numb and tingling as often. So, yeah.
That's a good reason to definitely get involved. But I'm often inspired when I have people that comes on and I get to hear what motivated them, what pushed them to go in this particular area of business. And so we know that a lot of people are now getting involved because of the legalization of marijuana all across the board. But far as Houston or Texas, that we are, this is our area that people are now getting involved. You see people selling it everywhere, from the gas stations, little mom and pop stores. Everybody is involved in it. But what a lot of people don't know is it's important that you're able to track it, knowing where it's being produced, and then also the actual benefits of it, because a lot of people don't have the information. A lot of people are just getting involved because of the financial gain, but not the overall of seeing the results with someone that actually has the potential to become a customer or client. So for you, you got involved for the testimonial things, but then also you experienced it yourself. What would you communicate to someone that's interested, not just in Green Compass, but the overall CBD industry?
Can you repeat that again?
What would you share with someone that would be interested, not just in Green Compass, but would be interested in CBD altogether?
Well, if someone would be interested in CBD, I'd strongly recommend that they obviously do their own research, right? And find that the leadership in the company aligns with their mission and vision. For example, for me, I'm a humanitarian at heart. I love helping out in the community. I'm very involved in nonprofits. So for me personally, I look for people that have the same heart that I do, that want to give back to things that matter in life. Sure, the money in this industry is good. It's not easy to do this type of business, but it is good, and you can make good money doing this. But again, you have to find the right people that have the right heart to do this. So for someone that's looking for CBD, to do CBD, I would say, find out why it is you want to do CBD, because there is so many out there, and because there's so many out there, there's a lot of competition. But until you know why you're doing CBD, not just for the benefits and the money that's in it, but having your strong why, that's important, because in this industry, many people fall out because their why is not strong enough. It was just coming in just to make money. And, anybody can go make money at a gas station or flipping burgers or, but this industry, you have to be tough as nails and keep going, like they say, go for lots of no's before you get the yeses, the right people that want to do CBD for the right reasons, to benefit people with health-wise, financially, and then to help your community as well with, again, like I said, nonprofits and charities that are close to our heart. Like for me, for example, Cassidy Join for Hope is, a big place in my heart, with Kim Hess. Another one that I feel real strongly about is Love Fosters Hope. I've attended with, children that ages 7 all the way to 18 who I was shocked how many are in foster homes. To me, that tugs my heart, and that's where I want to give, but I want to give to those that I know that the money is going to the cause, not just to the nonprofit itself, but that it's going to help these kids directly, because there's a lot of nonprofits out there that do things for kids, but I feel like they don't do enough mentally, emotionally, and physically. The trauma that these kids face, and same with the teen suicide. Like I said, Cassidy Join for Hope. It's just not enough, other than just the awareness. So I really look to charities that are doing more than just awareness, more than just helping kids through what we see, but more, like I said, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So those two are, like I said, some of the nonprofits that I'm.
One of the things that people don't know about you is, you've communicated you being a humanitarian, but also you're very active in your church, you're very active in ministry, and you are always looking for opportunities to just be a blessing. Some people's viewpoint when we talk about CBD, we talk about marijuana or cannabis, because we are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. That's the best way for me to use this particular statement, is that people don't have the knowledge or the understanding in reference to some of the benefits. What are some of the benefits outside of sciatic nerve? Because I suffer with that. What are some of the other benefits and some of the other things that CBD, especially Green Compass, provides that people could look out for, look to you for?
Another big thing right now that's the big buzzword out there is inflammation. A lot of people are dealing with inflammation, and that inflammation causes other health issues. So CBD helps with inflammation, which causes pain and other health issues, arthritis, then we have depression, anxiety, ADD. And just to make myself clear, I'm not saying that we cure these things or that we heal these things. I'm just saying that CBD benefits these different issues. I have a son who has ADD. Actually, both are. And like I said, I've seen tremendous benefits from taking CBD. So there's that, the focus and concentration. There's the inflammation, there's anxiety, as well as PTSD. So there's a whole list of benefits that one can get from CBD.
Not just humans benefiting from it, but you all are giving CBD to pets now. I'm hearing that has become another thing that pet owners are utilizing CBD for. Can you expound a little bit more on sharing, and especially for our pet owners? Can you share a little bit?
Yes, for pets, as they age, their joints get out of whack and they begin limping, things like that. And pets too experience anxiety, especially during fireworks, thunderstorm, and lightning. So I have a pet at home who she's about 90 pounds, and every time prior to CBD, when she'd hear thunder or lightning, she goes underneath the table and starts barking hysterically. Well, given her the CBD for pets, not the CBD for us, but we have CBD for pets, it has calmed her down that even my skeptic husband and my skeptic kids that didn't think it would work for our pet, it works for, again, anxiety during those times, anxiety for pet visits. That's another thing. I used to have to give her, I forgot what pills that I had to go buy for prescription so that before she went to the vet, she would be calm. Now I give her CBD, and it's so much more beneficial for that.
I've been, doing my research and trying to learn a little bit more because I'm interested, and anybody who knows me know that I believe in medicinal use all across the board. And when I started having issues with, my sciatic nerve, and now that CBD has been introduced, I was introduced to it through Gina Collins with Archaic Revival. They have all kinds of stuff as well, like chub rub and just all kinds of stuff that I just never knew existed. Soaps and body creams. I showed up at the event with you this weekend, and they had you all had a laundry list of things that literally household products. I mean, just everything that people are now utilizing for everyday use. This industry now, from my research, is like going over into $1 billion industry. How do you think I don't want to use the word hoopla, but how do you think it really exploded on the scene the way that it did? Was it more for the profitable gain, or there were a lot of people who were actually seeing the overall benefits of it that really got into it? For example, Miss Garrett, Tyranny Garrett of the Living Hospice Care of Texas, she's interested because she wants to know how she can utilize it for patients. There's so many people that are looking for answers or remedies and solutions. For you, we know why for you, but can you explain for those who are looking, say, hey, I may want to get into it for just the financial aspect of it. Can you tell them about the financial rewards that you've learned and experienced thus far?
Well, in this industry again, and I'm not speaking for, because we can't go into amounts, in this type of industry, but what makes this industry so great is that if a single mother who's struggling to pay rent, if all she wants to do in coming into this business is have that extra $500 to pay for her rent, she can do that, and she can do that within a month. $1,000, $2,000. This industry, you can make all the way up to $20,000 to $70,000 a month if you're willing to put in the work and be teachable and coachable to not reinvent the wheel but follow the system. You definitely can earn full-time income on a very part-time basis and still keep your job. Something that I think a lot of people forget is, like there's a lot of people in corporate that, will soon retire and maybe with very little. Well, with this type of industry, they have a chance to continue to work where they're working now and work this full time because there's such a big support for them to build this business as a team. Like, for example, myself, I have a Tracelia who's up in California. Her husband, which I was telling you earlier, was diagnosed with throat cancer and was given 2 months to live. Well, she got interested in the cannabis industry and Green Compass, and he actually lived 4.5 years longer because of the cannabis, and she tells her story how she got involved, and she herself owns medical clinics in Florida and in California.
Wow. A lot of people are needing to know, and so I want them to be able to get in contact with you. Can you give us some Facebook, Instagram, phone number, any information that would be of help?
Yes, you can find me on Facebook at Green Compass CBD Advocate by Arcella Shaw, and you can find me as well for nonprofits and community awareness at Connecting with Arcella on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram, Arcella Shaw, and then my website, if you want to look at our products, you can go to www.shaw.greencompassglobal.com. And you can also call me at 281-686-3903, and I'd be happy to have a one-on-one and talk to you further about both the product and the business side.
All right, there you have it. You need to get in contact with Ms. Shaw. CBD oil, Green Compass, all that you would need to know. I'm Orlando Daniels of Today's Entrepreneur. We thank you for tuning in. You all be blessed. Enjoy your day.